like I was raised in the communities, but we went to different Amish communities, different Mennonite communities, because my mom was a midwife. So she was so valuable to delivering babies.
Because they don't go to the hospital.
They don't. It's all home births. All home births. So everything like there was out of 11 of us, 9 of us were born at home. So,
really?
Yeah. And my mom had 5 of us underwater. So like in a horse trough.
Whoa,
like
dude,
what? Wait, all right, so
this is not the interview I thought we were doing.
No, I knew it was. All right, well, some of my siblings, I'm one of 8, and we're similar in that way. And when several were born at home.
Yeah.
Now I don't know about the water thing. I think it was just in the bathtub upstairs because I remember.
Well, like in the bathtub but with no water.
Is that a thing? I have no idea.
It is. It's more of a constricted area.
So water is just like.
But water bursts they're less painful, and when you're like you think that the baby's going to be drowning, but that it's getting all of its oxygen through that umbilical cord, the tube. So until it gets cut, then it's fine. So the pressure of the water kind of going on your belly and everything going out, it's way easier for birth. But I mean. My mom had 6 kids at that point, so we were kind of like walking out by that point.
Okay.
So it had to have been an easy.
Like my 6 kids, like, yo, I'm here,
just surfing out. Like.
So maybe it was the water, maybe it was.
What order where are you?
I'm the 8th.
You're by the last.
Yeah, I'm at the bottom. Yeah, I've got 3 little girls under me, and then 7.
Okay, so how was your mom? So if wherever the community, do you want to say which ones? Or was there a bunch of them?
So my mom and my dad. They were not raised in Amish anything. Like raised very normal suburb lives.
Yeah.
And then my dad was in did some kind of like normal job.
Yeah.
And then
podcaster?
Probably podcaster, honestly. So they had 4 kids at that point. And then my mom got into midwifery. And so they decided to kind of live a little bit more of a simpler life, and they were going to communities delivering babies. So
I got it.
But my mom is such a chameleon
that
she doesn't want to be that person that's living differently.
It's like the outsider.
Yeah. So we completely developed into their community and kind of lived how they lived for a while, and then until we went to another community where my mom was helping out there, and then because we went to Florida, Virginia, North Carolina. We were even in
a bunch of them.
We were even in the 12 tribes in Florida for a little bit. My mom was delivering
and
babies
it's very like, from what I know, it's very like word of mouthy.
Yes.
So if you are you go, hey, go to the Virginia, go to North Carolina, go to the other community and help.
My mom was like famous before social media because of how many babies she's delivered. She's delivered over 1,500 babies. Like.
What?
She has been, dude. She's in Africa right now delivering babies at some refugees. Yeah, she's over there right now.
Amish?
No, it's just Amish refugees.
Hey, we broke
there.
off. Yeah,
no, she's out there but that's what she's been doing her whole life. So she was very, very valued as a midwife. So when other midwives would leave other communities that needed a new one, we would go to that. But we were just
all right.
That's why we were Amish for probably about 6 years total in those communities, living the way where we were like horse and buggy for a little bit, like bonnets.
That's how
Your mom is like the Jeff Bezos of the Amish.
There
that
you
many
go,
deliveries on the board. That's crazy.
I'm on the board. Is there one per community? Probably. There wouldn't be that many.
Well, you have like usually the midwife, and then you have a doula, the person that's kind of assistant. Yeah. And one of the reasons we ended up leaving the community, and the main reason, was because my mom's mentor ended up losing a woman during childbirth. She passed away. So she got charged with the homicide, and my mom was really scared about that kind of somehow going on to her. So we left that community kind of on the run and, got in the bus and then we, it was crazy. It's a really interesting life, but
we have like family members that have had, not immediate family members, but like have had because they don't believe in like healthcare, correct?
Yeah.
Again, we're not speaking on their behalf.
No.
But I have relatives where they've had, I don't want to say this out of place here, where they've had birth complications and they didn't go to the hospital. And there's like been like significant like either a child lives with a disability or is no longer alive because the healthcare that is available that they did not access.
Yeah.
And so that was I mean, if you delivered that many babies, you got to know if this is not right.
You're going
right?
to go through a lot of different things. Like if the baby's arch, like laying wrong, or if it's coming up, you know, if the umbilical cord's wrapped around its neck, if a lot of things can go wrong. So it is a very, you know, and back in, you know, this was 25 years ago. So it's not like they didn't have a click of the phone to figure out what it was. And, you know, it's you don't go to the hospital. Like I have a scar under my chin. I busted my chin open when I was like 6 years old. And
I thought you meant on the bar at Whiskey Row.
No. But like my mom slapped some herbs on that thing and then told me to slap my butt and told me to get back outside, you know, like when I should have went to the hospital. And even now as an adult, I still like it takes a lot for me to want to like be like, okay,
suck it up.
Yeah. Cause I worked on a broken ankle one time and I was in so much pain. My employer made me go to the hospital and I found out my foot was broken, but I was working on it. Yeah. So I was like, oh, you know, it's just a little spray. I'm not going to not work, but it's just, it doesn't come front center like everybody else.
Yeah.
Cause I have girls that will like hurt their hand. They're like, I need to go to the hospital. I need to see if I'm like,
that's a great impersonation. Do it again.
Like, I need to go to the hospital.
I think I know that girl. I know who you're talking about.
Put those panties on.
Yeah, come on, grow up. Yeah. Well, I think I'm the same way. But when I wanted to have you on the pod, and I called you, I go, I want to talk about like these Amish like communities and the way that what I'm a part of. Again, not on their behalf, but like to ask questions. But I go, I don't want to speak badly of them.
Yeah.
So I asked Jemima, I go, if you're like against it and you like hate it, then this is probably not the conversation to have. And she's like, no, the time that you spent there, you like a lot of those people's lives, you're like,
yeah, you respect them too. And you learn like the things I learned at such a young age.
How to churn butter.
Yeah. How to kill a chicken.
Have you?
Yeah, we used to.
No, you haven't.
Have you not?
A chicken?
A chicken?
You
okay,
killed it?
Yeah, well,
we have a chicken right here, so let's see. Go ahead.
Bring it out. Yeah.
Come on. Do you have zip ties and a clothes hanger? There you go.
You're the Dexter of chicken world.
No, we really did, though. But that's how we ate a lot of the time because we were so poor that we'd have a lot of chicks. And then you only need one rooster. So when we'd have more roosters, we would kill the roosters and eat them. And you just, because we hung up all of our clothes, we just get a clothesline. You zip tie their ankles to it. You let their heads hang down, get all the blood of the head and slit their throats. Then you flick them and you eat them.
Very casual.
Dude,
very casual.
Very casual. Last week we talked about tipping and it just went nuts.
Yeah.
On my socials, on the pod socials, and everybody in this, I feel like in this country is like, what is going on with the tipping?
Yep.
Yeah.
And no one feels like they can say anything because I feel like people are
it's so normalized
underprivileged or working minimum wage, and we all are customers there, so we can't. And there's so much response about the tipping and when to tip and when not to tip. You work solely for tips.
Yeah, I get paid $2.13 an hour, and it all goes to taxes. Every single check I get is $0.
That's not $213 an hour.
It's
$2.13.
Okay, and what's that? That's what?
That's just like you have to have like a minimum little base, but it's
if you are, because if there's the people that sweep the floors in there, they're not getting $2.15.
No, they're getting paid hourly.
Okay, so these are tip based.
So only the servers and the bartenders and the barbacks. We only work for tips.
Servers, bartenders, barbacks.
Yeah, and then we tip out the food runners too that run the food, and we tip out. But the barback is getting our tip out. So
all right,
and tip out means
20% of whatever I make.
In the tipping culture, not anywhere else, not where you are the customer, where you are working, does like $20 is not what it used to be. I feel like you tips. I go, where were we? And I go, hey, we were at Aldean's on Saturday, and I told Lydia, I go, she was getting a vodka soda, and I drink Red Bull, and I go, and here I give her 20, and she goes, you want to just give the whole thing? I go, yeah, like. I don't even know if that'll cover it.
No, I mean, if she got Tito's, it'd be 13. Your Red Bull's probably going to be 5. And so that's $18.
Shoot, that's
right
maybe not even good.
Yeah.
But it used to be like I remember when people would tip me like $1. I go, dude, and I was in college. I go, this is not how it used to be.
Yeah.
Like this isn't, you can't do.
Yeah.
But if people give you to get exceptional service, like I know for like you just got to buy like a table or like a bottle to get like preferential treatment. What are you gonna have to tip to get attention?
Yeah.
100.
So if first off, if a person comes up and if he hands me a 20 and he goes, "That's for you," I'm gonna tip more at the end, but just know that this is gonna go. It's more of like, okay, cool, thanks.
It's not like
I know you know to tip, but my whole thing is,
okay, I got it.
I'm gonna be working, making drinks no matter what, and I make people a priority, but at the same time,
you're not skipping the line.
You're not skipping the line for a $20 tip.
Yeah. And all right, that's what I wanted to know. It's good
and I
information.
expect like $1 a drink, if I'm being honest. I don't want to. If I make you 3 drinks and it's $32 and you tip me $3, I'm okay with that. I don't think that I'm pouring vodka and soda in that, so that's how I kind of justify it. Yeah. But if servers, I feel like, and I'm done with you.
Yeah,
Get out of my face.
You're gone.
Yeah, you're done.
Keep it moving.
Then you see servers that are going back to the same people. They have 3 tables that they're rotating for a whole hour. Yeah. And then they make $3 that they've gone back and checked on that person 30 times, brought them food, brought them drinks. Yeah. That's where I feel the disconnect. Yeah. When what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? I'm not even interacting with you.
And you're not trying to be nice to them. No. You're just like trying to get drinks. And it would be more of a problem if they cause problems than the $20. You're
exactly. Like, because now they're entitled.
If your card declines or you're doing the thing, oh, this is a diet, and you do that whole thing.
Well, and normally it's the people that are giving you money right away that try to get the attention that are the worst, because it's now they're all of a sudden, hey, I want that. And it's like, dude, I have 50 different things in my head right now. Yeah. You yelling at me is making me forget a thing I needed to do. Yeah, and now I have to tell you to shut up. So you're taking up 2 more seconds of my life. Yeah. And you've seen Broadway. Every second counts. Like
you probably don't even have time to start thinking about all this stuff as you're going. Like you're just drink.
It's wild. Yeah. I feel like I don't even pee because I sweat everything out. Like that's why I don't even leave the bar. I don't even leave the bar.
Is that
no, it's disgusting.
That's a minus. So
but
she has 3
minus.
more
now I got 3. Boom. See, I'm gonna start
back on the board.
And let's go.
Okay, because I don't think customers like know all these things. Like you're talking about, so we're supposed to know, like she gets paid $2.13 an hour. Yep. So like she relies on tips for somebody else that is getting versus
like you go to Urban Juice.
Is this being shared?
Yeah.
Right.
Is this going directly to that person? Or because that would affect how everybody tips. Like if I knew if I appreciate your service and you're a friend of mine and I love you from TikTok, and if it's $100, but it goes into the whole pot, I might just say like on your receipt, like thanks, love. I mean, I would never do this, but like thanks, love you, or express
that your gratitude,
the gratitude in a different way, because that money's not going to you.
Yeah. That also might affect though how you even purchase in the first place. Like if I'm not sharing it, then I'm making sure I'm going to her, and so I'm just gonna wait until she has time for, you know what I mean? Then I'm not. Other servers are not getting time.
Yeah.
And
she's slammed because she's got to deal with all these people because everybody wants to go to her and get a drink from her.
And the same thing about the server going to the table 3 times,
right?
And you go, well, look, she only has 3 tables and she's been an hour and a half on a Sunday afternoon. Like I'm not in charge of these calculations,
right?
Yeah.
Like I could be like, oh, because that's the other side. We can get to some of these DMs because the other side of it is like, you don't understand. I go, well, it's a lot of math and calculation.
There's a lot to understand there.
Yeah. There's so much nuance in it. They're like, oh, this person only gets paid on tips, and if you don't tip like the caddy, like if you don't tip him, he doesn't make anything. And you're like, well, I don't want that, but I thought I
feel like it's kind of, you see it. You go anywhere and you see an iPad, know you're about to tip for something you never would have tipped for before in your life.
But you work for tips, and you're not supportive of that.
But that's why, because people see that and now they think I'm making hourly and I don't need a tip, because now they're tipping everyone in their lives that are making hourly. It hurts us because people are like, okay, well, why am I'm tipping $1, but obviously this person's probably making $10 an hour working here. But now I'm going to tip them a little extra, but they're going to split that with them. But they're still getting their paychecks. If you didn't tip them, their bills are still paid.
I want to do a little game.
Okay, let's do
we
it.
have some, since you're so notable for your ability to open bottles. We pulled some other people opening bottles, and I'd love to have you watch, react, and rate them.
Oh yeah,
well, I'm down for this.
I'm so down for this.
All right, here's the first.
What's this guy doing?
learn how to do this. It's pretty.
Thoughts? I didn't even see it.
Real quick, I'll play it back.
Ooh, learn how to.
He's very confident about it too.
Yeah.
How did he do it?
It's just the opening it that way.
On the top? Oh, yeah. All right.
It's cool. It's fast. It's easy, though.
So 1 to 10?
3.
Ooh. Wow, dude. Okay. Tough crit.
Only because I could do I don't know. It's easy.
Yeah. This is going to be good.
Do it. John can do it. Here we go.
There you go.
Here's another guy with a beer.
How is he doing with his foot? 2 beers.
I have to see him.
Took him 3 tries.
How did he do it?
You put 1 beer underneath the bottle, and then you kick it, and it just pops it off. I give it a 4 because it took him 3 tries.
Wait, but if you had, I feel like everyone. I've seen some of these.
Yeah,
because people drink, and that's like it's like a party trick.
It's a party trick,
right?
Yeah, but it's a known party trick.
That one is.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is not something Jemima's not seen. You're not impressing Jemima with these.
That one's a bartender.
Yeah.
All right, moving right along.
I saw Noah do that last night. My brother.
Here's a tip to improve your life. Every door actually doubles as a bottle opener. All you have to do is tilt it in, lean it, and snap it off. You're welcome.
Awesome. As soon as I saw the door, I was like, that looks just like that's amazing. 10 out of 10 out of 10.
Ooh.
That's a hack.
And that's helping. That's helping people.
And I've never seen that. That's amazing.
What do you have, a bartender? You have one on you.
I have the dog bone bar.
Do you keep it in your shirt?
I keep it in my pants.
Keep it in your pants. Unless some people keep them in their shirt.
I'll keep it in my shirt or my hip during the summertime because I'm like barely wearing clothes.
Oh yeah. Okay. It gets sweaty.
So hot up there.
We don't want your sweat on our beer.
Yeah, you're still ordering a beer though.
Dang. Well, there you go. That's how COVID. That's how COVID started.
There you go. Yeah. That's why it's still going strong, right? No, I mean that's why people say stuff about like my bar tool being there, but they only say it on the internet. Nobody ever says it to me in real life.
No idea. That's good. That's story of the internet. Story of the internet.
Tip an extra for that.
All right, here we go.
Why'd she hit the bottle?
She broke it? What'd she do?
She kind of like, it's called sabering, right? Where you can, I mean, she did a poor job of it, but where you can slide a knife down the neck of the bottle, it can pop the top off of it. It looks like she shattered the top.
Oh, yeah, you can't drink that.
Because it's supposed to make the bubbles and the stuff kind of push up and then. That's a great new lip piercing.
Yeah. 0 out of 10.
Unsafe. Would not recommend.
Would not recommend. Sabering.
All right, and then how about this one?
Yeah, this guy's insane.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I got tagged in this so many times on TikTok.
Yeah.
We actually now follow,
you guys are dating?
Each other now. Yeah, we're practically like an item.
Reality show next quarter.
But he lives in Vegas. And
does he?
That's wild. I've never seen anything like that.
Also, who's ordering 12 beers?
Canned beers
2, 3,
out as well.
4, 5, 6,
That's
7,
a couple
8,
buckets.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
How does he open the top one though?
He's
gonna break a nail.
The first one. You talking about the first one?
The one he's holding.
It's also very shaken up at this point too. Look at how much
it's just flipping it. He's drinking this one, dude. Yeah.
True.
That's one of those.
That's the one that you shake on you at the end.
Yeah.
That's the one you go, hey, are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to mess
I think that's
up.
a 10 out of 10. That's a very new technique.
We got some news. Yeah.
Right,
so
we'll wrap this up. Jemima can comment on the news.
So we got some news. Lizzo tweeted yesterday. She said, "This may be a random time to say this."
Yeah, go for it.
7:12
I like Lizzo, by the way.
7:12 a.m. on a Sunday. This is a random time to say this.
Say whatever you want.
But it's on my heart. Cancel culture is appropriation. There was real outrage from truly marginalized people, and now it's become trendy, misused, and misdirected.
Yeah.
I hope we can phase out of this and focus our outrage on the real problems.
I agree with this.
Same, 100%.
Yeah. I think you're gonna.
That's because you got canceled.
No.
Like, where was this tweet?
He's like,
3 years
come
ago?
on, guys.
Where was this in 2019?
Lizzo.
Okay. Or like, I don't typically agree with anything Lizzo says. Guys, hey, let's listen to Lizzo, okay?
Yeah,
show some respect.
She's like, straight white comedians need more understanding.
You, dude.
Yeah.
What's the deal with, needs more understanding. Straight white male comedians in their 30s need to be shown some respect.
Let's give them grace.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They've had all the power for so long and they're losing it. And they are having a hard time.
That would be scary.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Where are the jokes?
That would be scary.
Can you imagine? Take a walk in his shoes.
Let's put ourselves in their shoes. Oh, that's perfect. Okay.
I think she crushed this.
Let me just say,
yeah,
I agree with this. And again, I'm not trying to take any kind of credit. If she gets 5 flexes, let me just get half of one.
Sure.
In 2020, I came out with things at Walmart that need to be canceled, which is the same with your bottle opener. Put me, in essence, on the map.
Mm-hmm.
It was my biggest video times 100. It was like everything needs to be canceled. Meaning what I was doing was making light of everything. What she says. It's now becoming trendy, misused, and misdirected. It was at the beginning, not the Me Too movement of the people being canceled was good.
Yeah.
Everyone, and I was saying, I think is the first guy to go, hey, this seems like my video was saying, well, let's cancel everything.
Yeah.
Oh, fake plants? Really? You can't let the natural greenhouse of Nashville, like really? You're canceled. And everybody goes, and everybody loved it, shared and commented and went viral because everyone goes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And this is what she's saying. I mean, cancel culture is appropriation is a wild. that's a wild thing to say.
She's saying so complaining should be reserved to marginalized groups is kind of what that is saying.
But cancel culture is appropriation is just like a wild headline. Yes. It's a wild headline.
Yeah.
I'm with that though.
Yeah, dude, she crushed this.
Have you been canceled for anything?
Not yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. We'll find something.
You keep going live on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Give it time.
I'm sure it was a little weird, but on the net, it was a positive. It was a positive. You cannot be serious. On the net, it's a positive.